Good morning, students. This is Raj Gajendra Pillai, Kana Kingdom. Today we are going to learn about English. English for class 2, and the chapter is the first one. The topic, the chapter name is The Camel and the Trader. Right? We are going to learn about English for class 2nd, class 2, chapter 1st, topic The Camel and the Trader. I want you to take out your notebooks and your pencils and be ready to take down all the necessary notes, spellings. Give you 5 seconds. Get ready, the books. Now look at the table of contents. It's index. Table of contents means index of the topic. What all we are going to learn in this topic. As per the topic, it says the camel and the trader. What all we are going to learn in that? We will be learning about the new words, hard words and their meanings. We will be learning the hard words, new words and their meanings. Reading the chapter. We will be reading the chapter. Understanding the story and learning. Understand the story and learning. Moral of the story. What is moral of the story when we say moral of the story? Moral of the story means the lesson which we get through that story. It's a message. It can be motivating, it can be encouraging, it can be making you learn about the facts which you have to follow in your day-to-day life. Moral means what you get from the story. From the previous happenings of the stories, you get morals. Moral of the story, when we say moral of the story, is the way you take it in a positive way, in a learning way. You get a moral from every story. How we apply it in our day-to-day life is on us. When we say never say wrong, never look at wrong, never speak wrong about anybody, never play mischief, right? Morals, this you get morals. This is all. It's all said by, and everything has a story behind it. When we get morals, you get some set examples. You get some stories. From that, you understand about the moral, about the lesson. What happens when this is done? So, in all stories, you get moral of the story at the end. In this story also you will get a moral of the story. And in the last, exercise to follow. Means I will sending you the exercise. I will be reading out the chapter, making you understand about the story. You need to write down the exercise. I have just put on the exercise, you have to complete it. It will be following shortly as this video comes to you. The second would be the exercise to do. Right? You have to do the exercise on your own. So be attentive in this session. Understand and you have to do the exercise. Right? Now give you 5 seconds. Write down this table of contents in short. Give you 5 seconds. Now, first of all, let's look at the hard words, new word and their meanings. Trader, T-R-A-D-E-R, trader, a person who buys and sells things. Trader, a person who buys and sells things. Trader, T-R-A-D-E-R, trader, a person who buys and sells things. Desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, desert, a hot, dry area where very few plants grow. A hot, dry area where very few plants grow. Desert, desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, desert, a hot, dry area where very few plants grow. Freezing, F-R-E-E-Z-I-N-G, freezing, very cold. Freezing means very cold. Freezing, very cold. Freezing, F-R-E-E-Z-I-N-G, freezing, very cold. Tent, a temporary room shelter made of fabric or wooden sticks and leaves. Temporary tent which we make to stay somewhere outside when we go. It's the tents which are, it's a temporary room, it's not a permanent structure. When you talk about tents, they are temporary room, a shelter for the night, made of fabric. It's made of cloth. The tent is made of cloth with some supports, right? Or it's either made by wooden sticks. You take the wooden sticks, put leaves on it, on all the sides, cover it and make it a tent, right? And now write it down, hard words and the new words, and I have told the meaning is written here. Memorize it and keep it in your mind. These are the things which has this meaning. Freezing means very cold, tent means a temporary room, a temporary shelter made of fabric, wooden sticks or leaves. Desert, a hot dry area where very few plants grow. Trader, a person who buys and sells things. Memorize it. Give you 5 seconds. Now let's go with the chapter now. Okay? Give you 5 seconds. Write this. The camel and the trader. Let's look at the chapter now. The camel and the trader. A kind trader lives in a desert. A kind trader. What is a trader? Trader means a person who buys and purchases something from the open market and gets it to you to get a small benefit on his investment. Means he is investing some money on getting the things for you which you need. He is getting it from a distance place to you, and what he gets in the trading, he gets a benefit of some amount. Whatever he gets, he keeps his profit in it and sells it to you. Gets thing from the open market, gets it for you at your doors and gets it to you. What he is doing? He is doing trading. He is getting things and selling it to you. Means that's the trading which he is doing. And in that trade, what he is benefiting? He is benefiting with some monetary gains, means some money. Monetary means money gains. Right? Trading means purchasing, getting things from the market and selling it to you. Right? A kind trader lives in a desert. A kind trader. Kind means what? Kind means a person who is very kind at heart. He has a very soft heart, very kind heart. A kind trader. A person who cares for others' feeling. A person who respects others' feeling. A person who understands that this is what he needs. He understands by himself. That kind thing comes from the heart. Kind means if somebody doesn't have a pencil, just for an example, in your class, if he doesn't have his pencil, he has forgot his pencil, right? And he has come to the school and he wants a pencil. You are looking at him, you have two pencils. What you will do? If you are kind enough, you will help him with one pencil. You will tell him, use this, and while going home, give it back. Whatever you want to write, you can use it today. Don't forget it tomorrow. If you are kind enough, you will give it to him. Means you understand his problem that he has not brought the pencil, and you will give him a pencil. If you are a kind heart, you will give him a pencil, telling him, take this pencil, use it, while going, give it back. So this kind trader, where does he live? A kind trader means a person who is trading, who is getting things, purchasing things from out and selling it, lives in a desert. What is desert? Desert. What do you understand by desert? What is desert? Desert is a barren land. It's a barren area of a landscape. You can see a large, bigger area where there is no growth of vegetation, right? That place is totally dry, no water. The living conditions are very bad, very hostile for plants and animals. Nothing can survive in the dry desert areas. No plants grow in that place, animals can't survive because it is a dry place. It's a barren area. This is lack of vegetation, right? Nothing grows on the ground, right? Nothing grows. About 1/3 of the land surface of the world is desert. Of the entire world, whenever you take a survey of the entire world, you can find about 1/3 of the land surface is desert. And understand about the deserts, half of the things are covered with water. In every place you can see around the entire boundaries of the countries. Wherever you go, you can see there are many seas which has occupied Indian Sea, Pacific Sea. There are many seas all around, right? There are oceans, Pacific Ocean. Yes, you can see it's totally, world is covered with water on all the sides. In the entire universe you can see there are lots of water, right? You can see the mode of communication, cruise, people travel from one place to another. First, whoever came to India to rule, all they came through the sea. They came through the water route to find India. The Portuguese, the Britishers, they all came through the sea, right? So many of the place is covered by water, and 1/3 of the entire world is desert, barren land, barren area of a landscape, dry area where there is no vegetation, there is no growth of plants, there is no growth of what you say, vegetables or rice, pulses, grains. It's not a cultivation land. You cannot cultivate flowers, you cannot cultivate fruits, you cannot cultivate grains. It's a dry, barren area, right? It's not fit for human beings to stay, even the animals to survive in that, right? So that's desert. A kind trader lives in a desert. The trader buys and sells many things. Buys. What is the meaning of buys? B-U-Y-S. Buys means he pays money and gets thing. That is a process of buying. B-U-Y, buy. And sells. Sells means you have got some product, you have got some material, you have got some things with you. You sell it. You say this is the amount for this and I am selling it to you. Selling means according to the need of the person, if we get something and the person is willing to purchase, then only we can sell. So if there is requirement, the trader gets the thing which is required by the people, he buys from the market and sells it, and sells many things. He has a camel which carries his things. A kind trader lives in a desert. The trader buys and sells many things. Buys means he purchases. Sell many things. He has a camel. Do you know what is camel? Have you seen? You can see on the pic. Most of the camel is called as ship of desert. In desert, it has a padded legs which doesn't go inside, so it can run fast, it can carry things. In the deserts, camels are being used as a mode of transport. That's the only mode of transport which is faster, because it is meant for the desert. It has padded legs, its height is very long. You can see in the pic. He has a camel which carries his things. Means what does it does? It carries its things from market to the places where he sells the products, where he sells his things which he has bought, which he has purchased, which he has bought from the market. Right? The camel and the trader continues. One night it was cold in the desert. What do you understand by cold? In winter season there is cold. You cannot come out in your shirts, trousers or t-shirts outside. At that time you need either blankets, you wear the sweaters, you wear to keep your body warm. The temperature goes down, means it's very cold outside. So one night it was cold in the desert. In the desert, you can understand. The trader had a camel in which he was going, and suddenly at the night they halt at some place, putting a small tent. One night it was cold in the desert. The trader was sitting in his tent. What was the trader doing? That every night they used to wander, they used to get things, they used to sell, and at the night the trader used to put a tent to get protection from the cold wind and other things. He makes his camel sit outside and he goes inside the tent and sits inside and takes rest in the night. He sleeps also inside. Right? One night it was cold in the desert. The trader was sitting in his tent. What was the trader doing? Trader was sitting in his tent. What was that? It was night and was very cold in the desert. So what he did? So he went inside and was taking rest. He was sitting. Right? The kind trader told the camel. What did the kind trader? He was a kind trader. First of all, when we started the chapter, I said he was very kind at the heart. So what he did? The camel asked what? Camel asked, may I put my head inside the tent? It is cold outside. What did the trader, the master, tell the camel? Yes, certainly. What he said? You can certainly put your head inside. He agreed to what he was telling. He was saying that it is very cold outside. May I put my head inside your tent? The trader said, yes, certainly. Right? Why he agreed, why he got him, why he said yes? Because he was very kind at the heart. The trader was kind, so he said yes, certainly. The kind trader told the camel. What did the kind trader? He was a kind trader. First of all, when we started the chapter, I said he was very kind at the heart. So what he did? The camel asked what? Camel asked, may I put my head inside the tent? It is cold outside. What did the trader, the master, tell the camel? Yes, certainly. What he said? You can certainly put your head inside. He agreed to what he was telling. He was saying that it is very cold outside. May I put my head inside your tent? The trader said yes, certainly. Right? Why he agreed, why he got him, why he said yes? Because he was very kind at the heart. The trader was kind, so he said yes, certainly. After some time, he has already put his head inside. After some time, what did the camel do? Let's see. Oh, master, I am freezing out here. Please let me put my shoulders in. Now, again the camel started asking for permissions. First he said, can I put my head inside your tent? Now, after some time, he said, oh master, I am freezing out here. What he said? Oh master, I am freezing out here. Please let me put my shoulders in. What he said? He said, I am freezing out. Freezing out means due to cold, I am getting freezing. Freeze means my hand, legs are not moving. I am freezing out here. Please let me put my shoulders in. Now he had taken the permission of putting his head inside. Now he wants to put his shoulders in. Now he wanted to put his shoulders in. Right? Shoulders. First head, then shoulders. He wanted to come inside. Right? What he said? Oh master, I am freezing out here. Please let me put my shoulders in. Well, you may. What was the permission he was asking? First he put his head, then he asked the permission to put his shoulders in. Why? He said he was freezing outside. What he said? He was freezing out, so he wanted to put his shoulders in. He was asking the permission of putting his shoulders in. Well, you may. The permission was granted by the trader as he was very kind. The trader was kind. He said, well, you may. I will make room for you. I will make room for you means he was trying to make place for the camel, for him to come little inside, because he wanted to put his shoulders in. Well, you may. I will make room for you. He was making room for him. He was making some space. But by the time he had been granted the permission, well, you may. I will make the room for you. Right? The camel and the trader continues. After some time, a voice came, Master, Master, I am feeling very cold. Please let me put half my body in. After some time, what happened? The voice came of the camel. Master, master, I am feeling very cold. Please let me put half of my body inside. Where? Where is body? Body inside the tent. First he asked permission to put his head, then his shoulders, then half body. He was asking permission to get half body inside as he was feeling very cold. First he took permission for putting his head inside, then he asked permission to put his shoulders inside. Now he is asking permission to put half his body inside the tent. He said, Master, Master, I am feeling very cold. Please let me put half my body in. Right? Yes. He was waking up his master again and again. He was disturbing him. First, it was cold, so he asked to put his head inside, then his shoulders inside, then he was asking permission to get half his body, half body inside the tent. Was that good? No. Let's see what happens ahead. The permission was granted. The trader was very kind. As the camel asked permission, Master, Master, it's very cold outside. Can I put my half a body in? What did the kind master say? The kind master told him, oh, well, means he granted the permission. He granted the permission, said, yes, you can come in, come. Right? What did he do? He came in. What did he do? He said, yes, half of his body has to come inside now. He has been granted the permission by the kind trader, his master, his owner. He said, oh, well, means he has been granted the permission of getting his half body inside the tent. Right? He went on asking, please, master, please, 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 master. Means he was requesting again and again so that he can be allowed to put his half of the body inside. Right? How did he plead? He was pleading, he was requesting, saying, please, master, please. He said, oh, well. Means half of his permission was granted and half of the permission was still yet to come. Yes. So what did the camel did? The camel kept on requesting, saying, please, master, please. He was repeatedly telling, please, master, please. Oh, master, please. Master, please. Please. Right? He was again and again requesting. For what? To get half of the body in. The camel and the trader continues. After an hour, Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. Now again there was a request from the camel once again. He said, Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. First of all, what did the camel do? He put his head inside, then asked permission to put his shoulder inside. Then he asked half of his body to be brought in. Now, after an hour, he says, Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. You cannot bear, not bear, you cannot bear. Bear means you are in a position to adjust and be there. Bearing. Bearing means having that capacity to have that capacity to meet and bear. If some weight comes on you, people say bear for some time, then you have to hold it tight. By the time 3-4 people come and take it out. Bear. Bear means if there is lots of cold or lots of hot, our body temperature, even our body cannot bear the cold or heat simultaneously. Right? Master, let me come in to the tent. Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. I cannot bear means he cannot control, he cannot adjust himself to the cold. So he says, Master, let me come into the tent. First he asked permission of putting his head inside, then shoulder inside, after the shoulder half body inside. Now he is asking for the full body to be brought in. Afternoon, Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. Finally he said, Master, get me inside. Give me the permission to get inside. Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. Means he cannot bear the cold. He said, give me permission to get my body inside. Right? He was asking the permission, right? Who was asking? The camel was asking the trader. He was a very kind trader. First of all, he was doing whatever he has been asked for. He gave permission to the camel. Right? Now he has asked, Master, let me come into the tent. I cannot bear the cold. Right? The camel and the trader continues. Now he had asked the permission of getting his entire body inside. The camel and the trader continues. Now the kind trader once again is so kind that he said, oh, well, you can. The camel asked the permission of getting his what inside? Getting his body inside. Getting his full body inside the tent. Right? What he did? Oh, well, you can, said the kind trader. The kind trader said what? Kind trader said, yes. Oh, well, you can. He said, it's very cold outside. He said, you can come inside. Oh, well, you can. Means it is a permission, a nod by saying, oh, well, you can. Right? The camel was permitted to come, get his full body inside. Right? The camel and the trader continues. Now he gave him permission. Oh, well, you can. But there was again a big question mark. What did the trader asked the camel? The trader asked the camel, but where will I go? If you come inside the tent, then where will I go? It's obvious. The tent was so small. First he gave permission to the camel. Now camel is coming in and in. So he said, oh, well, you can. But there was a question again in the trader's mind. The kind trader had one more question in his mind. And this question was, But where will I go? Where will I go? Means, if you come inside the tent, I will be not able to be inside. I have to go out. But where will I go? He asked whom? He asked his camel. I have given you permission. Oh, well, you can. But again, a question is there in his mind. But where will I go? Correct? The camel and the trader continues. The camel pushes his master out. His master had asked, but where will I go? First of all, he gave the permission. Oh, well, you can. From half of his body, he was allowed to come inside. Then the master had asked him one question. But where will I go? When he asked the question, where will I go? What happened? The camel pushes his master out of the tent and said, what? He said, outside. Because he had asked, but where will I go? Now he said, outside. The camel pushed his master out of the tent and said, outside. What is the moral of the story you get in this? The moral of the story is, help accordingly. Don't be so kind that people misuse your kindness. His kindness was understood by the camel. He went on asking for coming inside. Once he has come inside the tent, what he did? He pushed his master out and said, outside. You have to stay outside because I am in. Yes, the moral of the story is never be possessive. Never have the mind of disturbing anybody. Never ever take somebody's place and push them out of their own ownership. It was the tent of the trader, but the camel asked permission of putting his head, of putting his, what do you say? First he put his head, then half of his body, then asking permission for the entire body. Later, when he got the permission of getting his full body inside, what he did? As he got the permission, he came inside and pushed his master out and said, but where will I go? He said, outside. So never do such things to anybody. Once you have been helped, you have been helped by somebody in that cold, you have been allowed in the tent, you have been allowed with the full body, come inside, being pushed out. When he asked, but where will I go? He said, outside. O-U-T-S-I-D-E, outside. So, never allow persons to take undue advantage of your kindness. Right? Now, shortly exercise is going to follow. Learn about the spellings, hard words, meanings, everything. In the short story, the bedtime stories, you have understood about the camel's deeds and the kindness of the trader, and the camel's behavior. right? The camel's behavior towards his master, right? Now, happy learning. Thank you.